say.
So, today's video is all about a walk over the Regis Bridge. It's Keith's first time walking over the Regis Bridge. So Keith, what did you think when you first heard about the new bridge and the access way into the town from the stadium?
It needed it. It just really did need it, because you could... Lovely bridge, it's our history, but you could see it just caused a lot of trouble for traffic, match days, and this just gives it a better feel. Like, first time seeing all this, and I think it's absolutely stunning and an absolutely amazing job.
And the regeneration that's going on around the Sheepfolds, around the stadium, they've just moved the Bob Stokoe statue so you can reference whereabouts we are and on what day. The Wearside Way is up and running. Quite a few stones and plaques are down. You can see they've been doing a bit of cleaning as well, and so it'll be really good. Yeah. We've picked a lovely day for it as well. It's nice and sunny in July.
Well, they do say the Sunday is the Lord's Day. Sunday is the Stadium of Life Day.
Well, Sunday will be our day because it'll be Thursday nights or Sunderland nights in Europe, and Sundays we'll be having a lot of games on the Thursday and Sunday.
What do you think? Would anyone sitting here, growing up, being a Sunderland fan, think we would ever be in Europe?
Oh, well, I didn't. I mean, I'm 52 years old and we've never played in Europe in my lifetime. And I honestly thought when we were down in League One that we were never ever going to get into Europe. I just thought, you know what it is? That is not for us. That's not for Sunderland. It's something that just the Geordies will do. And obviously you've got the big clubs, the Man United and stuff like that, who are pretty much always in Europe apart from last season. And I just thought that, Sunderland, not for me. I'm never going to be able to go away to Slavia Prague or Budapest or Ajax or Karabag. It's always just going to be domestic and, you know, some cup matches away to Swindon Town or something.
Yeah, it's my thing. So I got something what you probably all want to hear. So 4 years ago, as I lived down south, anyone lives down south, you know, the Sports Big 16, always like coming up Sunderland, seeing everyone wear the Sunderland kit, having a Sunderland badge on. I love to see it. Down south you don't get that. And I worked in the kitchen and I had 2 Liverpool supporters.
What do you do?
I was a chef, trying to get out of that sector now because I want to spend a bit more time on my weekends to do other stuff. So yeah, we're working in the kitchen and we were having a right laugh and football banter, and because we just come up from League One and they were taking the mick out of us, and I just turned around and went, you know what, Sunderland's going to be playing football, European football in 4 years' time.
And what made you think that Sunderland? Because I didn't.
Ever since Krill took over, I just had this feeling like there was something in me saying there's something special going to happen with this club under him. There really is. I just always had this feeling. Even through the championship when we done really bad in the second year and we struggled, where I think everyone...
16th.
Yeah, 16th, and everyone's like, oh, we need a manager, get someone in quick. I was just calm. I was just like, let them do it right, and they did. And they got the magical Regis in, and what a sensation he's been for this club, for the players. And it's just amazing. Yeah, I predicted 4 years ago and I've just kind of stood by my word. I do wish I put a bet on though, because hell, the money would have been good back then.
Gamble responsibly, everybody.
Yes, gamble responsibly. I don't gamble anyways.
Neither do I.
Never, it's not for me. But sometimes I do sit there and go, why did I not put that bet on for? But yeah, I just had a feeling. And I think for me, when it hit, I think we were going to do it, was when everyone went off to the AFCON and we were still playing really good. What, Man City, we got a draw. That was a hell of a game. I think it was the best 0-0 game I've seen all season.
It was such a great game.
Absolutely amazing game.
It's like the Liverpool game, which we'd had a couple of weeks before, and it was the first time I've come away from Anfield thinking, oh my God, we should have won that game.
We should have won that.
And it was the disappointment that would not won, and I was thinking, what Sunderland is this? Like, disappointing not getting a bloody 3 points at Anfield.
It was like, it's a door. You got a lot of stick, but like, you just
those things happen. I mean,
they do, and you just got
even the top strikers miss sometimes.
Yeah, and you just got to give it to them. You have good days, you have bad days. But yeah, it was that Man City game And I went, I think we're going to do it. And I think we could have got top 5, because I think the Wolves game, Dan Ballard
got sent off.
Ballard got sent off. I think it was absolutely ridiculous. That cost us. Aston Villa, what a game that was.
Oh, it was like, again,
Absolute
that was
game.
like, you know what it is? It was on a knife edge. If we'd scored that goal, we would have won.
We would have won. And you say the Liverpool, that's 9 points we could have possibly
And
had.
then Man United at home, again, not since in 1999 when Man United won the treble and we beat them at Roker Park, right? Not since then was it like we should have beat Man United, and it was like Man United fans were thinking, we got let off there, because I think they approached the game thinking we tanked Sunderland earlier on in the season, so we've got their number. And again, it was a combination of some poor finishing, bad choices, you know. But again, I honestly think Regis and his whole coaching team, they learn from every game. They adapt from every game.
His tactical ability to read the game and also change it is unreal. And especially when the season we come up to the Premiership and everyone's worried about, because we've got beat 5 in a row.
Yeah, oh yeah, those
5 in a row.
That was the Regis Lebris it was his mini pre-season reset.
It was, because he rested everyone who needed resting, and his mind, because we were 4th, we weren't going to catch first or second, and we weren't going to drop out of playoffs anyways. And he just went, right, go on kids, have your go. You're getting rested, and look what happened.
And I mean, look at that. Ballard came back in, right? And the rest is history, as they say.
The rest is history, absolutely history. I screamed. So I lived in the village in Norfolk. I lived in the village, and I was watching the match. I went for a motorbike ride with the Blood bikes. Got back, popped to Tesco, grabbed some cans, gone home, stuck it on. When we won, I screamed the neighbourhood down. It's on my TikTok. We'll put the links on that below of our TikToks and that, YouTube. And I screamed, I ran out, going, yeah. My next door neighbour crapped herself next to her. She was putting the line up, she was like, oh, what's going on? And, she told us a couple of days before, her husband come in and went, I bet he's happy next door. She went, yeah, he screamed the whole neighbourhood down. It was absolutely mad, but that's passion.
So, I was here at the game, obviously, and the atmosphere was just so loud. The build-up, the pyro, and when Ballard scored that goal, honestly, my ears were ringing for a couple of days, because it was so good. It was such an intense atmosphere. And then it was just like, yeah, we've still got to go to the playoff final, but we've made it to the playoffs, you know. And I just felt that it's going to be different. This is going to be our year.
Yeah.
Right then, so here we are at Sheepfolds. If you've never been here before, you definitely want to come here. It's a great place to come any day of the week. It's open 7 days a week, so come with me and let's have a look at Sheepfolds here. It's a very dog-friendly place, so you can bring your dog, although we're not on match day, you know, maybe you might not want to bring your dog unless it's a nice dog. Always great food, great venue, great place to chill. I mean, we're here on a Sunday. They have a farmer's sort of market, a food market, I think on the last Sunday of the month, and it's really good. You get locally produced produce. So let's have a look around. Here you've got the big screen. They have live music on here as well. They have the matches. So again, I think for European away matches, if you're not going to be coming with us to Europe, get yourself into Sheepfolds, sample the atmosphere, pizza, ice cream, drinks. You know, it's great. Everywhere's a little bit different. You've got the tap room there, you've got the herd there, you've got the ice cream for pizza, which I can definitely recommend for pizza. You've got Southpaw Studio, and you've got Vito's Osteria. Now, Vito is a young lad, sub 30 years old, and he opened up Vito's Osteria when Sheepfolds opened, and the food in there is absolutely amazing. The quality is amazing, the service is amazing, the staff are amazing, and Vito's just a young guy. He's actually in the middle of opening up his second venture as well in Sunderland. So let's just go and have a quick look at Vito's. Straight ahead here you can see deep north. I will be getting myself a donut. They do great donuts, they also do vegan donuts, because I always go for the vegan option because I've got an egg allergy. So here's Vito's. Here's some dogs having the ice cream. My dogs love ice cream as well. Like. Vito's isn't open quite yet, but I'm just gonna go in because I do know this.
Oh, it smells lovely.
It smells lovely. Everything's really, really fresh. Great ingredients, great menu. It's making me hungry now as well. I may come back later for an ice cream. We've got a huge seating section. You can also get private bookings as well if you wanted to do a private party as well. And take a look at that. We speak a very poor Macam, but we make a very good lasagna.
Yeah.
That's great, that is. Don't see Vito hanging around right now, but again, they open at 12 o'clock every day. They're not open yet, and we're just going for a quick review. Staff always smiling.
How guys, how are you?
Are you doing alright? Yeah, good. I'm just doing a bit of a video, and I just said we're coming to Vito's because this is the best place in the Sheepfolds, and I've sat in here many times. Great food, yeah, and they've got a really good dessert menu. If you're into desserts like me, pizza as well, really fresh, fully stocked up bar, and we'll come back one day when Vito's is open and we'll have a sit down meal. Cheers, everybody.
Yeah. Oh, it smells absolutely beautiful.
So, on a pre-match, if I've got time, I'll normally come in to True North, to Deep North Donuts. Normally there's always a queue here. We've got the queue here before, but there's no queue here now. The donuts here are absolutely fantastic. Which vegan ones have you got in today? Glazed only. Can I get 2 glazed, please?
It's a good job because I've got a milk allergy.
Oh, you've got a milk allergy.
And my girlfriend's vegan too, so,
So if you want to...
suits.
No, I'm taking them away, please. Although I could eat it now, but no, I'm going to take it away.
Save yourself.
Yeah, save myself. So Deep North, I would say the best donuts in the whole of Sunderland, and I have eaten donuts from lots of places. Much better than Krispy Kreme. Krispy Kreme is just like, it's not authentic like this. This place is really good, and you should always support local as well.
Yeah.
A bag, please. Yeah, thank you. You've got proper pies over there. Again, anybody who's watched the Hairy Bikers, proper pies, really, really good menu. And they also do, like, at Christmas, they do like mince pie and custard stuff as well. You've definitely got to try that. They always have a vegan and plant-based option on at proper pies as well. Again, they do some great, like, Indian fusion type vegetable and vegan options. Oh, aye, great. We'll go over and have a quick look at proper, see what they've got on the menu. Have a good one. Yes. So as you can see, lots of seating options. Again, like I said, very pet friendly. Bring your dog here. Your dog will also enjoy some donuts as well. In the winter they have these on, the heaters as well. So this is a proper pies. You can get a little snapshot into the kitchen. getting those pies made, and you can just smell that pastry.
Honestly,
can't you?
if there was a smell television, you'll be loving the smell.
The smell of fun. We do need to get a couple of our stickers on here. I'll bring some next time I'm around. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's it, honestly. My nose is in a happy place right now.
So, on Mondays they're closed, and they open all the other days of the week. So, here's today's menu. Oh, they've got a summer fruits crumble pie. I always go for what's the tasty one? So, here's the vegetarian, the vegan one. Roasted Mediterranean veg. Manchego cheese pie with mash and veggie gravy. Oh, and the mash is just amazing, and the gravy is just absolutely top banana. We will come back here and we'll do another video as well. You can also get all the merch as well. The staff, smiling staff, always. It's a great place to come. They also have a pie suggestion box, so I think I'm going to start putting my suggestions in, because I make a mean pie. Not as good as you make, but I do make a mean pie at home, and I've had a lot of compliments on that pie. But I think if you made it, it'd be like 10 steps up. Right then. So that's the Sheepfolds Stadium. Like I say, it's great. It's a packed venue. If you're coming on a match day, just be prepared for a little bit of a queue, because everybody wants to come into the Sheepfolds. We're now going to continue our walk over the Regis Liberis, and Keith is going to tell us all about his Sunderland supporting journey. So Keith, can you remember your first Sunderland game?
I can't remember my first one, but I was pretty young with my first one when I went. As we all, it's bled into us in Sunderland, you support Sunderland, nothing more, nothing less. But the one that recalls to me was my first derby.
All right.
First derby, and
where was that? Can you remember?
It's when, I think when we drawed 1-1, I think it's when we had Asmo Gian.
All right,
scored.
okay.
And the funny thing is, we were about to walk down the steps because we were at the top tier. Mm-hmm. We were walking down the steps, so we literally just got to the bottom and we heard everyone scream. So it was me, a partner I was with at the time, and a dad. And we ran back in, and it's good that this is going to be in trouble. But because the motions went crazy, I went, "Oh, you dirty bees." Then I got nudged, she went, Geordie. I went, Geordie! It's just the motion.
How old were you?
Oh, I would have been 13.
All right, okay.
Kind of young, teenage years. My favourite one.
Your favourite ever game?
Favourite ever game was when it was Chelsea. And we won 3-0, and I think we just played like we played them this season. Absolutely excellent. And they're just atmosphere they couldn't handle. But I'm on the newspaper for that match, but you can't see my head because someone's waving a scarf, and when the person's took the photo, it looks like the person's got my head in the scarf as we celebrated. So I will have to find that and bring that up and put it on. But I think that was my favourite one, because I think, was that the year we sent the mags down?
Yeah.
That was the year we sent the mags down. It was just,
we had such a great run at the end of that season.
Yeah.
It's like we beat Man United, we beat Chelsea. It was another one of the great escape.com with Sunderland.
It was, and we always done well against top teams. Like, it was always like the bottom half teams we seem to struggle with, but we always turned up against the big teams and give them a good game. My worst one, it's got to be the last game we played in the Premier League. I think just seeing us go down, having that heartbreak, and just knowing, damn, we're actually out after so long. It's beautiful, isn't it? So yeah, this is my first time on the bridge. Mm-hmm.
So it's lit up at night, and I'm sure these lights also change colour, and under the bridge it also changes colour as well. So you've got lovely views there of the River Wear.
I always remember when I was 16, 17, I was a night owl, so I used to sleep during the day, and this is where I was in between trying to find a job and not being in college. And I used to just come down here, walk along it, and walk along to the beach. I used to love it. Peace and quiet, and something I enjoyed. And I'm glad to see the work they're doing up there. Hopefully, do start doing something like this just to make it look pretty and a bit better. But the revamping the city, like this bridge, is beautiful. Like, it is a really beautiful bridge.
And you can see there in the distance as well, the spire.
Yeah.
Zoom in there, there's the Northern Spire. And then if you look the other way, you can obviously see the Wearmouth Bridge as well.
I think it's just perfect.
Special guest on last year's Great North Run medal. Yeah, Riverside, Sunderland. So again, it's a great project. It's testament to what the council and the club have been doing on and off the pitch. So last season, obviously, we qualified for the Europa League. Cue the Europa League music and Thursday nights, right? Just summary of last season from the West Ham game through to getting that promotion, that Europa League spot secured on the last day of the season.
It was a crazy season, wasn't it? I think no one expected us to do as good as we did. I mean, I did predict it, but I don't think we all expected to do as good as we did. And everyone, even now, was kind of like, if we get 17th and just survive, I'm happy. I'm happy no matter what. Long as we stop in this Premier League, and the first game, watch it on TV, Sunderland top one, absolutely ready. And I think that was just, you just knew then, actually, this is going to be one hell of a season. And the buzz around it, the goosebumps I got even on TV, and I just knew the atmosphere was there would have been absolutely crazy. And I've got that down south, but hey ho, is my love for Sunderland's always going to be there. My kids are going to support them when we have them, no choice. But then Sunderland do a Sunderland, always do a Sunderland. We go to Burnley and we get beat.
But you've got to remember though, Burnley at home are really good. And I mean, some of the performances they gave at home, I mean, they should have beaten Liverpool, you know. And to be honest now, there are no easy games in the Premier League.
No.
I mean, if you look, like, at the start of the season when the fixtures came out, and I saw Bournemouth, Brighton and Brentford, and I said, I'd happily take a point at all three, because all three have got awesome home records, particularly against the big six clubs. You know, it's like Man United regularly go there and get beat. Man City have been there and gotten beat. Arsenal, Chelsea, you know, Spurs, Liverpool, they've all struggled at those, the Triple B.
Yeah.
And those Triple B clubs, who are all smaller than Sunderland, you know, historically, fan base, right? But what they have got is they've got great leadership off the field. Yeah. And then on the field, they just seem to keep hitting it. Well, not lucky. It's about the research they've done off the field, which is why like Tony Bloom and the Jamestown Analytics at Brighton, you know, it's very much a data-based model. Obviously, Jamestown Analytics, the key's in the name there. Yeah. And they're not just doing the research on the players, they're doing the research on the managers, on the coaches, on the backroom staff, you know. And again, Brentford and Bournemouth, who finished above us, right? And last season, that would have got Bournemouth into the Champions League, you know. And that shows you how tight and season by season the Premier League can be.
It was mad how tight the season was, though, because anyone could have been in that European spot. Anyone.
Oh, on the last day of the season, it was so tight, and you know, games started going for us and against us. We went 1-0 up, and then, you know, that was it. The team didn't look back, the squad didn't look back, and that on pitch where Ballard is there with his crutches, and he's getting his phone because nobody else has got signal, and then they see that Europe confirmed, and the joy, you know, it was just great. It was great for us in the stands. And again, there's a young lad who sits in front of me in the North Stand, and he's the only person who ever has any signal. And he was saying, "Oh, we're in Europe, mister, we're in Europe." And I was like, "Shut up, man." And he says, "Here you go, there's the table." And I was like, "Oh my God, man." And I'll be honest with you, there wasn't a dry eye in the North Stand or even in the stadium, because we've waited 52 years to get back in Europe. And it's the first time. I mean, Regis Labrise, and the squad have made history, because this is the first time in our history since Europe has and we've qualified via the league. Like when we qualified in '73, that was through an FA Cup win.
It is just crazy, because even I'd never thought, like, especially when Donald Duck took over and the direction he was going with the club.
He was just asset stripping.
Yeah, and he was selling young. He sold Josh Mazza, our best striker. And
But you know what it is? It's because they only offered him a contract of £1,500 a week, right? And I was thinking, you know, that's laughable. And his agent will be saying, 1,500 quid. I can get you 10 grand at any other championship club, right?
Yeah.
You know, and then in Europe I can get you even more. And so obviously Josh Madger left. Now if Josh Madger hadn't have left, we would have got promoted that season.
Yeah, I think
absolutely guaranteed. It was nailed on. We would have got promoted.
But as always I say, things happen for a reason.
They do. Do you know what it is? It was like, if you believe in the chaos theory, the Josh Madger sale was part of the chaos theory, which led to Kirill taking the investment, the majority shareholding, and then him and Juan Sartori, you know, taking full ownership of the club. And once they had full ownership, and then they had full direction, and Kirill, you know, everybody knows his dad was the owner of Monaco, and he took Monaco to a European Cup final. And Kirill and his, you know, he's been brought up around football clubs and around football players. And his best mate is hopefully future Sunderland player Ousmane Dembele when his contract runs out at PSG. You know, because Kirill might say to him, look, I'll give you 5% of the club, right? You know, and you come and play for Sunderland.
Yeah.
And by that time, Jack, I will have retired, and you can be the captain. You know, I'd give him everything on a plate. You know, if we could get a world Ballon d'Or player playing at Sunderland, I mean, it's just last season, just like all the signings is like, you know, first you were hearing rumours, Granit Xhaka's coming to Sunderland. I laughed my head off. I went, Granit Xhaka's not coming to Sunderland. Stop being bloody stupid, you know. And I was thinking, oh, it's silly season, right? I says, what? Pele is going to blink and come out of his coffin and come to Sunderland. You've got more chance of that than Granit Xhaka signing for Sunderland. What did you make of the signings last season, the impact they had, and the strategy of Gasolfi?
You know what? If you look at the team where we went up, you would have believed everything the pundits were saying that was Sunderland were going to go down. You would have believed it, because the team coming up wasn't really good enough, in a sense. But as soon as we got Granit Xhaka, you just knew something special was going to happen. And for that point, I was like, tell you what, this club's going to do something with this man, and the club's going to go somewhere. And at that point, I was like, right, the pundits are on, because his leadership and everything was being the best. Like I say, the only downfall we had this season was when Granit Xhaka got injured with his foot. And you could see we were just missing that leadership, and we were struggling a bit. But as soon as we come back in, our performance went back up. And it was the same with AFCON. It was like, oh, some are doing really, really well, but when AFCON comes, they're going to struggle. Most of our players left, and we still competed.
And we lost one game during AFCON.
Yeah, and everyone was like, oh, that's really going to affect them. It didn't. One time it affected us when Jack got injured.
Yeah.
And that's like this season, Thomas coming in, they go to foreign names, really no good.
Oh, Thomas Meunier, Belgium international,
Yeah.
who scored against England in the third, fourth place playoff in the World Cup. He has won 15 major honours as a player, and he's played for big teams like PSG and stuff as well. And for him to have wound his contract down and signed for Sunderland, you know, that's a £15 million, 20 million, if we were going to sign Gertruda, right? That's a £20 million PSR headroom that we've saved.
Yeah.
So, again, Gasolfi, I'll say it once, I'll say it a million times, in Florence we trust.
Yeah.
He knows exactly what he's doing, right? And you've just got to trust the process. We've only had one signing in. It could be that, you know, we might only get another signing in because all of the other players have already said to Gasolfi, yeah, I'm going nowhere. You know, it could be that. And he's looking for, and he said it's elite level players.
Yeah. Who had an interview with him? Something like, or James
Copley.
James Copley. So I watched that, and it's not going to be like last season because, like, you follow online, you see people getting a bit nervous, and that, oh well, we've only got one signing in. Is someone won't tell you, and
The best thing is, we don't want to hear rumours, because you hear rumours of other clubs, right? So there was the Morgan Rogers to Arsenal, and then all of a sudden Chelsea put in 117 million bid, right? And then, I mean, Toontastic, you know, you hear a player's going to there, and then, you know, all of those moves just keep getting hijacked, you know.
Honestly, that just makes me happy. Every time I see it, it just made me as happy last year, made us happy this year, and that's a different mentality someone's got. So Chelsea, and I say this, be lucky that they didn't Liverpool sacked Arne Slot when they did, because if they got Alonso, I do think Alonso would have went to Liverpool. I want Xhaka, and I do think Liverpool would have paid the price.
Oh, they would have.
They would have.
Liverpool would have, because do you know the difference between Chelsea and Liverpool? Everything Liverpool do is structured.
Yeah.
It's controlled. Liverpool don't go through 10 managers in 10 seasons, right? Klopp was there, was it for 10 seasons? Or 9 seasons?
Close to, because he won one Premier League.
And the European Cup. He actually won every domestic trophy, and the European trophy.
With our lovely Jordan Henderson.
Yeah.
Like, what a season. Bless him. I can't believe he's the only one that... Summing up. Jordan Henderson jumping over the barrier, falling and breaking his arm, bless him. But yeah, I'm glad it was Chelsea that did it. He went to Chelsea, because if it was Liverpool, I think we would have lost them.
Yeah, and I think Chelsea were just like, maybe the Chelsea hierarchy or the backroom staff were thinking, oh, Xhaka's legs are gone. Like everybody said when Xhaka came to Sunderland, oh, Xhaka's legs are gone, he's not going to do nothing in the Premier League. And lo and behold, his legs haven't gone, his tenacity haven't gone. He just hit 150 caps as captain of Switzerland. Xhaka's still got it where it counts. And as Regis Lebris sums up, he is the manager on the pitch, and I am the manager off the pitch.
Yeah.
All right, so as we are taking Keith's inaugural walk over the Regis Lebris, let's talk about the new season ahead. So, Sunderland qualified for the Europa League, if you didn't know that. And we have also, again, strengthened with Mounier signing as well. So, Keith, how do you think we're going to do this season in the league?
It's one of them early ones, you don't want to see it. But if I get a feeling, I get a feeling. And my brain's telling me I think it'll be top 10.
Top 10? You know what it is? I'll take top 10, because, again, in my lifetime, right, we had 2 7th place finishes with Reedy. Bruce got us to top 10. And then Regis Lebris. Regis Lebris got us to our joint highest league position for 60 years.
It's mad, isn't it? I wasn't even born.
In his first Premier League season.
Honestly, it's manager of the season. I don't know how Arsenal... is Arteta his name?
Arteta. I think the only reason Arteta got it is because
they won the Premier League.
They won the Premier League. Now, if Arsenal had won the Premier League last season as well, right, if this wasn't their first Premier League win for 20 years, then Regis Lebris would have got it, right?
And to be honest, Arsenal's always been second, they've always bottled it. So it was coming no matter what. But for a promotion team to come up and do what we did, especially as you've seen seasons before, it's 3 up, 3 down, to do that and do how we did it.
And with a new manager who's never managed in the Premier League before as well.
And pretty much a full new team. Full new team. Load of teams have tried to do that and it's never worked. But the little feeling I've got, I think we could get top 5. I've just got this little something in me that's just nagging me saying we could do it. We could do it.
And do you know that, right? That's definitely something which could be on. And the reason why is because if you look, Liverpool have got a new manager, Chelsea have got a new manager, Man United have got a new manager, Manchester City have got a new manager. It's only Sunderland and Aston Villa of the top 7 clubs who don't have a new manager. Everybody else is, rocking the new manager vibe. And the new manager is the thing which could destabilise them. They've got to gel. They've got to gel with the manager as well, and all these Premier League managers know that they're only 6 games away from being sacked.
Yeah, it's managers these days is a hard job, and we've got consistency. You've still got a good team, even with the team we've got now. It's definitely top 10 for me with the team we've got now. I was going to say something, but my brain's gone totally blank what I was going to say. So fun. But I think we're going to have a really good season. I really think we do. Like I say, we've just got Thomas in, really experienced for our back line. He's going to be for the young players coming in, and it's kind of like a Jacker in defence.
Well, exactly. I mean, he's 34, right? And he's very, very experienced. And the other thing is that he's actually going to create more competition as well, right? And he's not going to be an automatic starter at the start of the season.
No.
But again, Regis takes everybody on face value, how well they're doing in training, and you will get your opportunity. There's going to be 60 games next season for Sunderland. Right?
Sunderland gets 60 games. It's mad,
right? We've got 8 games in the Europa League guaranteed, right? We've got 1 in the FA Cup, 1 in the League Cup, and then we've got a 38-game season, right? And then I think we'll definitely get out of the Europa League. I think we'll either finish in the top 8, or we will finish in the playoffs, and we'll play one of the other playoff teams, and we'll go through. And I predict we're going to get as far as to the quarter-final of the Europa League.
Yeah, look, my heart tells me that we could go and win this. I think it depends who we sign in this window. That's what I'm very much looking, who we sign, who we get in. But even our World Cup, our players have had, I think Jack has got the most recoveries.
Oh yeah, he has. He's got the most defensive recoveries.
Talby had a good World Cup. Honestly, I felt a bit sorry for Talby because they just wouldn't pass to him.
Mm-hmm.
They just wouldn't pass to him a few times, and that kid, he's going to have an unreal season. I think Talby's going to really shine this season. I think Diarra have a pre-season, get a lot of minutes without injury and that. I think he's going to be someone to watch, and Enzo Lefebvre.
Who, by the way, in yesterday's 5-1 win against York City, he just showed how good he was. I mean, yeah, it's only York City, but Enzo is the best player at Sunderland. Technically, he's the best player at Sunderland.
Was it Tabby, his name?
Oh yeah, Tabby.
With that pass, because I was at a wedding yesterday, so I missed it all and that, so I caught up this morning for we had our chat and that. And just a little dink to who was it again, to get the ball in, and that, I think it was Rig, and Rig went to take
it. Yeah.
Just inches off. I think Rig, he during the World Cup, I know he's been doing a bit of training, and good on him. I think he just needs to do that, put his head down, and I think he's going to be playing for us too. And I think he's going to have a season. He can get more games now. That's what I love about. A lot of people say, it was too early for Europe.
Not too early.
Not. The players need this. We need the extra games where we can rotate and get our young ones, because Sunderland's also got the under-21s with the first team, and allowing them to see out the first team player. And I think that is an amazing move. Absolutely amazing move, and I just think that's what's going to make us be really good this season.
And I tell you which player I'm really excited to see more of next season, who was also one of Sunderland's 12 players at the World Cup, was Nilson Angulo. Actually, I'm now going to upgrade that to one of Sunderland's 13 players at the World Cup, because Munier was also at the World Cup. Yeah. Sunderland had 13 players at the World Cup.
Yeah, it's...
honestly, Angulo, when we signed him, and when he's been on in games, he's just so direct.
Yeah.
And defenders, to be honest, they don't know what he's going to do, because he doesn't know what he's going to do.
He just gets the ball and goes, oh, this has popped up, let's go. But it's amazing, and just, again, him having a full season, having Jacker around him, having this experience, playing in the Premier League, you can just see he's going to be unreal player. And I think he's going to be, if he does well, that's going to be another 60, 70 mil.
Oh yeah. Well, maybe 2-3 seasons down the line, because I want him to terrorise defenders in England and in Europe. So we've talked about the Europa League, we've talked about the actual league, and what about the cups? FA Cup, League Cup.
I want a cup run. We've not had a decent cup run since when we got beat Man City.
2014.
And that's like, we talked about Man United earlier on. And that's the time I saw us play so good against Man United that we could have won that, because it came down to penalties. But we were so good, and that was a good game. So we need a good cup run, I just think.
And I think Regis has really learnt, from that side that he put out, right, away to Oxford. And I think afterwards he realised, the FA Cup, it actually means so much to Sunderland in folklore. I mean, our 3 goalkeepers' kits are modelled on the Jimmy Montgomery 1973 FA Cup win, and then all the 3 goalkeepers' kits have got the Montgomery signature on. So get yourself down to the club shop, pick up at least the home one, because it is just beautiful, and as well, it's sponsorless, so you can just wear it around, so cup run, I think we do need a cup run, and on that, it's goodbye from me.
And it's goodbye from me.
And tune in next time, and we'll see you on Mackem Chat.
No worries, let's go.